Y'all, I'm duped. My son just had me outside in that hot ass sun. Whew. 30 minutes a day, right? Is the recommended. But what's up? What's up, y'all? What is up? This is your girl, Honey BZ, and I'm back with another motherfucking video of Shut the Fuck Up and Meditate. And I hope you guys, wherever you are, wherever this video finds you, the morning, the noon, the night, the midday, the midnight hour, I hope that it finds you well, and I hope you've had a nice, beautiful day. You've had some good energy coming your way, or what have you. Y'all see my little puff? I just took my braids out, washed, conditioned my hair, and I'm trying to grow my shit back out. I done went from puff ball to locks to twists to bald headed to back to locks, then bald headed again. So we're on another hair journey. We'll see what it wants to do this time. But we're back with another video, and of course this is the channel for healing, self-love, inspiration, meditation, you know, and all that good stuff in between. Just helping you along your I'm just a guide. I'm a guide helping you on your healing journey. And today, it has truly been a healing summer for me, but like last year was too. It was a healing girl summer, but this year is like healing girl summer 2.0, because this year I really have been diving into the real healing, which is healing your inner child. And I know I don't know what everyone else is saying, honestly, because I'm not following, but the real gist of healing is basically reparenting yourself. The whole makeup of being an adult is being a kid again. Get some shea butter from my dry ass lips coming out that sun. Yeah. Essentially, we're just reparenting ourselves, reprogramming ourselves, and re-loving ourselves, because a lot of us did not receive the love and proper attention and consistency from our parents, from our elders, from the people that were supposed to care about us and love us. We didn't get that. And I'm learning that through being a mother as well. Like, I am really attentive and I'm really active in my son's life. I call it true hands-on parenting. I was telling my sister the other day, I was like, oh, I don't remember us being this needy, this clingy, like, get the fuck up off me. Like, I love being a mother, but he is constantly always in my face. But I was having a conversation with my sister the other day, and I was like, yo, I don't remember us being this needy, this clingy. And it was because my parents weren't hands-on. They weren't very active. They weren't interested in what we were interested in. They were interested in doing what they were taught. I'm going to work, I'm providing y'all shelter, I'm giving y'all food, and I'm clothing y'all and putting shoes on y'all feet. That's all I need to do. Now, not saying that my parents were awful. The mosquitoes done tore my ass up. Not saying that my parents were awful. I had good parents. I had decent parents. I had a decent childhood. Like, I had friends. We was outside playing hopscotch, 2 square, 4 square, flag football, capture the flag, kickball, basketball, 21, horse, double dutch. Yeah, I lived in a community in a subdivision where it was a lot of children, and we was constantly outside. I'm talking about from sun up to sun down. And my parents I can remember my mom coming outside to play with us one time. She played a round of hopscotch with us. And I think she played 2 square with us one time. No, 4 square with us one time. My dad never was outside. He ain't no outside nigga. But I'm just saying that being a mother towards my son and reparenting myself shows me all the hands-on nurturing that I did not receive. So now I give it to my son, breaking that generational curse. You know, I'm interested in what he's interested in. Like when he, although it's very annoying, but when he come get me to watch Cocomelon with him, or Darkwing Duck, or what's that other mess he be watching? Vlad and Nikki, all that stuff on YouTube and all his favorite little cartoons. I'll come watch it with him. You know, I'll watch a good little 30 minutes to an hour. Then I'll be like, okay, we need to switch it up. Let's watch something that, you know, I like. You know, when I was a kid, I watched Darkwing Duck. So he likes that. What else? I showed him Chippendales. I showed him Hey Arnold. Um, Rugrats. So like he's gonna be a well-rounded old soul kid. But yeah, I've just been noticing that I've really been healing my inner child this summer and this go round. Uh, and it's been a beautiful experience. And as I was sitting thinking about like what's the topic gonna be, I don't really know the topic. We're just gonna talk about healing our inner child, I suppose. But I was sitting here thinking like, because the whole gist of this channel was I wanted to show y'all my journey from getting out of all those hardships that I was in to this beautiful glow and smiley face that you see before you. And, you know, me just popping my shit and showing up and showing out and all that good stuff. And I was like, I wish I still had my videos, because, you know, they say if you don't have it, you know, it didn't happen and all that stuff. And this isn't my first time doing this. This is my first time on YouTube, you know, making a channel and actually trying to be committed to making some videos and shit for real, for real. I just had to color to calm my mind real quick. Another inner child thing that I loved to do when I was younger. It's been very healing to color in my book. And I got this intricate coloring book, so like I could spend hours on this one little page. But but hold on, y'all. My son got his TV up very loud. I can hear that shit all the way over here. At least he learning his letters. But yeah, I was like, what was I saying? I've been doing Shut the Fuck Up for a minute now. God gave me this ministry back in like 2018, 2019, right when my healing journey started for real, for real. Like right when 2018, 2019 was the moment that I said, yo, I really gotta, I thought that was something on my shirt. That's something on the screen. But yeah, 2018, 2019 was the moment that I said I really gotta get serious with my healing. I can't wake up and feel like shit anymore. I can't wake up angry and mad and all that. I really gotta get this up off me. And that was the year, excuse me, that I actually became a mother. I became pregnant in 2018 and I had him in 2019. So God gave me this Shut the Fuck Up and Meditate ministry then. And I was on Facebook and I was doing little videos there. And I was also doing, you know, a couple of lives here and there with, you know, with my little steady flow of people that was keeping up with me. But I was trying to figure out how I wanted to start the journey here on this channel. And God says, you know, just start where you are. So I was going to try to go through the whole spiel of, oh, you know, this is my name and this is what happened to me. Like giving y'all my whole full background from when I was like a child. But no, I'm going to just sum it all up, you know, really. Because we've all had our problems. And I don't want to sit here and talk about all that bullshit no more. But I don't talk about nothing that I haven't been through. I really speak on my experiences. The camera really do make you look wide as fuck. I really look like I'm just big. But anyway, I guess the camera really do put out 10 pounds. But yeah, I thought I was gonna go through, you know how people be like, okay, I grew up at such and such, blah, 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 blah. No, we're not finna do that whole spiel. But I will give y'all a little background on me. Um, like I said, I had a decent childhood. My parents were married, they were together. What really catapulted me being, I guess, not indifferent, but what really shattered, the only real thing that shattered in my childhood and made me become a recluse and all that stuff was when my parents got a divorce. I felt very blessed and very lucky to have parents that were not only together but were married and were staying under the same roof and were raising children. You know, me and my siblings, like I said, had a decent childhood. It wasn't nothing that I asked for that I did not get. My parents were hardworking and they made sure to provide for us. And but one of the things that I would say, what I'm trying to say, one second. What I'm trying to say about healing and being an adult is that as adults we're healing our inner child, and our childhood is where all of our developments and we get all of our habits and mannerisms from, you know, when they, what's that saying that they say, home training. Yeah, it really does start at home, and it really does start as a child. Now, I was a child, I was the oldest, so one of my biggest problems as an adult was I did not know how to choose myself. I didn't know anything about boundaries. I didn't know anything about truly loving myself or having respect for myself. And that's because as a child, I was taught to worry about everybody else. Like I said, I was the oldest, so that made me the designated third parent. Whenever my parents went out or whenever they were away, I was the one who was in charge. If my mom hadn't cooked, I had to cook. I had to make sure when my siblings was on punishment, I had to make sure they stayed in their room. You know, when we went outside, you know what big siblings do. You're like I said, you're damn near the parent. So that taught me early on that I don't care what you're doing, you know, watch your brother and sister. And it's like, I don't want to watch them. That's not my responsibility. I want to play outside too. How can I play outside and enjoy my moment if I'm outside every 5 minutes talking about where my brother, where my sister, you know? So we don't know then that these things are shaping us. But as an adult and coming up, I really neglected myself. And I knew how to fight, knew how to stand up for myself. Like, don't even test me. I got them hands. But I'm saying as far as putting myself first, I didn't know how to do that. So now that I'm doing it now, it feels foreign. It feels like, hold on. Even like when I'm taking care of my son, you know, I'll be like, yo, I didn't even eat yet. I'm running around doing all this. I done changed you. You know, I done put you on some clothes. He's potty trained now. But you know, I done put you on some clothes. I done got up and made sure you good and made you breakfast, got you snacks, and I ain't even ate yet, you know, or I've been up all day with you and I did my work on my laptop and all that stuff, and I ain't even made no time for myself. So now it's like I'm reparenting myself, nurturing myself, giving myself that time, that space. And I'm learning how to say no for real, learning to protect my energy because, like I said, when I was a child, I had no privacy, I had no boundaries. If I was in my room, laying down, coloring like I'm doing now, listening to some music or reading a good book, you know, my parents bust up in my room. You know how parents do, bust in your room and just stand there and then be like, what you doing? I'm like, minding my own business in my room. You know, when I'm not in my room, y'all telling me to go to my room. Then when I'm in my room, you trying to see what's going on up in here. But anywho, yeah, there was no privacy, there was no boundaries, and that translated over into, that translates over into your adult life. You don't know how to have any boundaries. And I read a quote the other day, about, good people with good hearts are not getting hurt because they're good people with good hearts. They're getting hurt because they're good people with good hearts and no boundaries. And that really hit me and kind of triggered me, because I was like, damn, that is true. A lot of my heartbreak came from because I didn't have any boundaries. I didn't even know how to set boundaries. Like, I was forever trying to do something, especially in my most recent relationship with my child's father. I was always forever trying to get him to see that, yo, I'm the best, basically like on some pick me shit, because I didn't have any boundaries. I didn't know how to say no. My confidence was low, my self-worth was low, my self love was low. And when you are low in all these areas, you're going to constantly be looking for it from someone else. So yeah, I didn't have no boundaries. That nigga was running all over me. I mean, not running all over me, but you know what I'm saying. When I would try to put my foot down, it's like he'd be like, ha 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 ha. Like, girl, you don't mean that shit. And I meant it, but I didn't know how to implement it. I didn't know how to maintain it. So, yes, true healing is healing your inner child and all that good stuff. Really getting back down to the basis. You got to get to the root of that thing, because a lot of these things that we're implementing and we're having right now, we learned it from home. We saw our parents doing it, and we saw our other elders doing this shit too. So it's really just about reprogramming yourself and getting back to the basics, pulling apart what worked in your childhood and what didn't. Like I said, I saw my parents, they worked hard, they provided. So that translated over into me. I am good at providing for myself. I'm very self sufficient. I'm independent, but I ain't too independent. You niggas can still pay my bills and still send me money. But yeah, I'm self sufficient. But in the other areas, yeah, they set me up with that one. Not being told that I was beautiful, or that they loved me, or sitting down and taking interest in my interests, that really fucked me up. Our childhood fucked a lot of us up. But anywho, get back to what I was saying. I don't speak on anything that I don't know, and or what I haven't experienced, basically. So everything that I talk about, I've experienced. So although, what am I saying? Yeah, because I was getting back to how I wanted to be on this channel. And I'm like, we're here in 2022. And the whole gist of the channel was that I was trying to show y'all basically my come up. But I'm like, that shit happened 4 or 5 years ago. I can't go back 4 or 5 years ago. I can't rewind time. But I can tell y'all over the 4 or 5 years what I done been through. And, the shit from my childhood. So I've experienced abandonment. Like I said, my parents not being there for me and emotionally, and that made me closed off emotionally as an adult, working on that. Childhood molestation, I already stated, like, the no boundary shit, the no respect. I've experienced homelessness, eviction, repos, two of them. Losing a job, not having a job, sleeping on couches, sleeping on people's floors, couch swapping, surfing, whatever. What else? I've experienced heartbreak, heartache, I experienced a fuck nigga. Really, only one. The other guys I was linked with, they did, they was just stupid, but they weren't like this nigga here. He became a fuck nigga because I actually loved him. I was actually in love with him. I thought he was my forever person, but no. He showed me he was a goddamn energy vamp, and he mirrored to me that I really needed to work on myself and love myself. So sometimes I be mad. I get a little mad about all that I have been through, but I'm like, it was a triggering moment. It triggered my healing. It catapulted my healing. And 2018, when I became pregnant, that's when I was like, yeah, we gonna have to fix this, sister, because we can't bring a child into this world and we fucked up too. But I done been through a lot. Like this pretty face, this smile, the inspiration, me being positive all this time, this peace. I had to work hard for this peace. And doing the shadow work, doing the inner healing, getting down and dirty with God and really saying like, hey, I surrender. This your world. I'm just a squirrel trying to get a nut. You know, the things that I've been doing, they have not been working. So God, I really need you. I really need you to turn my life around. And I know God don't get as much play from this generation like he needs, but I'm going to tell it all the time. Everything that I have, everything that I've accomplished has been God. And I'm not afraid to say it. It's been God. My faith in God and how I know he can change my world around is what saved me for real. But the thing with being in God's kingdom, you're going to have to go through the test and the trials and tribulations, but that's how you earn your stripes. That's how you earn your stripes to go to the next level in God. That's how you elevate, for real, for real. And you're going to have to go through some persecution and all that stuff. And I know everybody think when you give your life to Christ and you start your healing journey that it's going to be, butterflies and rainbows. And you're going to have some days like that. But then you're going to have those days where you're going to have to really get real with yourself and you're going to have to become a new person. As you're becoming a new person, you're nurturing your old self. So your old self can finally get the closure it needs and die off. And I'm going through that stage right now where I've done the work. I done did all the crying and and the surrendering. I done lost the job. I done lost the house. I done lost the cars. I done lost the money. I done lost the friends. I done lost the family members, because I'm on a different path now. My sister calling me a witch, calling me a devil worshiper. I just laugh because I'm like, girl, no, this is just what it's like when you're really finding yourself and when you're really clinging to God. You feel me? And when you're really relying on God. She came over my house and saw my tarot cards and was like, oh, that's that devil shit. I said, girl, no, that's a tool. But anyway, yeah, now we're at the part where I have to grieve my old self because I'm like, dang, those things that I used to like don't even excite me no more. Don't even send a tingle down my spine no more. What gets me jumping is being in solitude and being able to sit with myself and being able to nurture myself. Because like I said, during my childhood and much into my adulthood, I'm 31 by the way. God just blessed me with a baby face. But much of my childhood and much of my adulthood up until like 4 or 5 years ago, I didn't know how to nurture myself. I didn't know how to give myself time and give myself that love and that care and to speak sweetly to myself, So now I'm in the era where I have to grieve my old self and welcome in this new era. So new levels, new devils, new tests and all that stuff. Of course, blessings. Because God is going to bless you each time you level up. Of course He going to bless you. But at the same time, I'm just mourning my old self, and it's like, dang, I'm really here. Like, I really did the work. I'm really a new person. That shit that I used to do, it don't even faze me no more. Like, I was really crying over a nigga who was giving me breadcrumbs. Like, wow. Crazy, girl. You crazy. And to think now, like, as you see yourself, it's like, that shit was wild. Why was I even crying over that? Why was I even stressed, pressed, panini pressed about that shit? Like, the fuck? Yeah, so it's just like, wow, I really done made it, man. And it's an amazing feeling when you see the results of the healing, and you see the results of you sitting in the house. Like, I keep saying to myself, summer's not over. We got all the way until, in my book, October. Summer ain't up until Halloween is here, in my book, and where I stay. I'm in Atlanta, and it's hot all the way until December. We've had a 85-degree Christmas before, multiple times. So summer ain't over. I was just sitting here last night, kind of like, damn, the summer over, kids already back in school. I ain't even get to, pop my pussy one good time out here. I ain't really get to go to no parties. And then I went to one party, one major party in May. It was a beautiful industry party here in Atlanta. I had a great time. I networked with a lot of people, and that was the only major party that I've been to this summer. And I guess that's all I needed. God said that's all you need for right now. But other than that, I've been chilling in the house, doing my work, working on my businesses and working on myself, and raising my child. Being in solitude has really become my favorite thing to do. Like, as an adult now, my favorite thing to do is be in the house with my incense, with my music, a nice clean house, AC blowing. I can lay butt naked in here, walk all up and through here, like Jody Mama say. I can do whatever the fuck I want because I worked hard for this shit. And it's an amazing, 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 amazing feeling. But this took some hard work, bro. I really had to, because God gives you free will. You have free will. But I had to make the choice to say, you know what? I want more for me. I want better for Z. And I want better for my son. I want him to have what I didn't have as a child. And it was that hands-on interaction, and my parents being interested in my interests. My son has that. Like I said, even though it gets on my nerves sometimes, sitting there watching all that stuff that he be into, I'm like, bro, what is this? But it is so fun. So, like, y'all, the first step to healing is, of course, making the choice. But then you're going to have to open up that Pandora's box and go back to your past. And I know a lot of us do not want to, relive our past. We've had a lot of heartache and a lot of heartbreak from our childhood. And we may not want to revisit it, but you're going to have to revisit it. Another thing that helps me is journaling. When I was a kid, I didn't like talking. I still don't like talking. It's cheap. I'd rather do action. I'm action oriented, like I said, hands on. But what's been really helping me is journaling. And if I don't journal, I'll meditate. And if I don't meditate, then I'll make a video and I'll, keep my throat chakra activated. Your story needs to be told. Your voice needs to be heard. Your story and your testimony can save someone. You feel me? Don't hold back. If God gives it to you to share, because it can help someone else. And that's what really inspired me to do this channel, really, is to just me getting on here because I don't really think I have an interesting life. You know how these people, they be on YouTube vlogging and, oh, a day in the life, this is what I do, and da 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 da. I'm like, you really making money off showing people what you get up and do in the day? Wow. I'm like, I just never really been nosy like that to know what you do every second, every minute of the day. But it's people that are doing that, you know. But anywho, like, yeah, I'll get on here and talk to y'all and make this video for someone to be inspired. But getting here has been an amazing feeling. Beating homelessness and couch surfing and being able to be here in this new place right here. I manifested this place. I manifested this new foundation for me and my child because I had my own place when I became pregnant, but because the way I wanted to do things, and then the child's father, and then I really don't have support from my family, I lost my place. And I was so upset. I felt so heartbroken. I felt like I had um let myself down and let my child down, you know. So I got a little help along the way. I stayed with friends. I stayed with, surprisingly, the child's father family, you know, for a little while until I got back on my feet, got a job, and manifested this place. And I've been here for 2 years. Um, what else did I experience to get here in this moment? Heartache and heartbreak, because like I said, I thought my child's father was my forever person, and he really broke my heart. But in the process of breaking my heart, he triggered my heart to heal and to be a better person, a better woman for myself and for my son. Because I'm like, I don't deserve this shit. I'm a fucking empress playing with a fucking peasant, a peon, you know, and crying over this nigga. But like I said, it's because I didn't have any boundaries. I didn't have, you know, the mindset to be like, yo, I'm better than this. I deserve more, you know? But I'm just saying this to say that I'm not better than anybody. Sometimes I get the energy that people think I'm all that, or I think, you know, I feel like sometimes people be like, you know, she has it so easy. And I'm like, no, I don't have it easy. I just put in a lot of work. And now God is blessing me. And he makes my troubles and my tests and my trials and tribulations look easy because I was chosen to go through that. I'm one of his strong soldiers. And also, he's protecting me. But yeah, I'm like, I go through hardships too. I lost my house previously in 2018, and then I had to stay with friends and family with my newborn. Then, you know, got a nice corporate job with a great company, and then ended up losing it 5 6 months later due to COVID. I was so devastated. I had just got this apartment that I'm sitting in now, and I had just got a new car that I had bought in March of 2020. Then, you know, kept that car for 2 years and lost it. I couldn't keep up with the payments anymore. But when God takes something away, he's going to bless it, you know, with more. 33333 on the clock as I say that. But when God removes something from your life, he's going to bless it with more. So I'd rather have my house than a car any day. I don't want my son sleeping in the car experiencing what I had to. But I was saying that to say, I wanted to show all the stuff from the past, but I'm like, nah, fuck the past. The past is over. Let's talk about now. So now, moving forward, you guys are going to see me heal and exert this new energy from now on forward. So from 2022 on forward, we're going to see another side of the healing, because healing never stops. I've made it to the point where I can talk about it and where I can express and where I can help others, but we still got more work to do, baby. So I was saying all of that to say, we're just going to start from here, because I was in here trying to dig up old videos to post on here to show and prove that I done put in the work and that I was one of God's soldiers and that I was crying all that night. And I'm like, we don't need to do all that. Just know that I went through some heartache to get here. I had to get through 6 years of a fuck nigga to get here. I had to go through homelessness to get here. I had to get through sexual harassment at work to get here. I had to go through jealous friends, jealous family members to get here. I had to get through lying to myself, learning to hold myself accountable to get here. I was really down in the trenches, really out here by myself. Like I said, I have family, but we're not really connected like that. So I was really going through all of this by myself. I went through unemployment to get here. Lost my job twice. Went through a whole pandemic. Didn't know how I was going to pay my bills, but I'm still here. Single motherhood to get here to this point. So it's been a while. It's been a beautiful journey. It's been a beautiful journey thus far, And I'm happy to be here to be an inspiration to y'all, to kickstart y'all journey and to let you know that it can be done. All you have to do is put in the work and have the discipline to be a better person for you. Not for anyone else, but for you. Because this is your life. You only get one to live. You only get one life. You die every day, but you really only get one life, one body to truly live it up and do what you want to do. So take that job, move to that new city, say fuck that bitch, fuck that nigga. If they not making you happy, move the fuck forward. Yes, it's going to hurt. Trust me, it's going to hurt. I'm still grieving. Although all those people caused me pain, I'm still grieving it because it was familiar to me. Pain was familiar to me. Heartache was familiar to me. So now that I'm having beautiful sunny days, peace, balance, it's like I'm waiting for the next shoe to drop. Like something bad is gonna happen. Like, let me brace myself. But no, I haven't really had no bad times, no hard times. Like, of course you're gonna have them days. You're gonna have some more fuck ups. You're gonna have some times where it's like, damn. But you use the knowledge, you use the wisdom that you have learned from your previous lessons. Previous lessons. Previous lessons. That just sounds wrong. You just apply the knowledge. Apply the new knowledge. Apply that wisdom that you've been learning. I lost my train of thought, had a brain fart. But yeah, this is your life. You have to take control of your life. And it all starts with you nurturing yourself and loving yourself. When everybody be like self-love, they're not lying. You truly do have to love yourself and say, I want better for myself. And that is a hard task to do because a lot of us, like I said, we weren't taught how to love ourselves. And loving yourself truly is choosing better for yourself, doing better for yourself, realizing your self-worth and your self-esteem, realizing that you don't need no one else's validation. You look in the mirror and you say, I am that bitch, I am that nigga, I am that motherfucker, and that takes time. I'm still going through it as well. Even the most confident people still get scared and still feel like, what are they going to say? What are they going to think about me? So don't get discouraged. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was just to give y'all, the gist on what healing really is. And it's healing your inner child and really getting back to the basics. And there's really no right or wrong way. Like I said, I'm just a guide. I know a lot of people are making videos now and trying to be your life coach, your spiritual guru, and your therapist and all this other stuff. But the advice that I can give to anyone on this healing journey is do what feels right to you. Do what feels right for you. The things that I show y'all and tell y'all on here, They work for me. Journaling works for me. Meditation works for me. Getting up and having a nice routine where I cook myself a nice breakfast, stretch, do yoga, have a nice little, workout. That works for me. Getting on here and starting this channel and expressing myself to y'all in my life and, my trials and tribulations, what I go through, that is what helps me. So I'm just like, listen to what I have to say. Yes, follow, subscribe, comment, whatever, but do what works for you. You really have to feel who you are on this journey. That's a part of the healing too, getting to know who you are really. Who are you without that job? Who are you without your parents' teachings? Who are you without when you're not with them friends? Who are you without that bitch? Who are you without that nigga? When you lay your kids down or send your kids off to school, who are you without them kids? Like, that is the basis of your healing, finding out who you are and what you like, rediscovering yourself again. Do all those things that made you happy as a child. And if you can't remember what made you happy as a child, just write down some beautiful moments that you had as a child and keep that as a memory for you to keep going. You feel me? Like, I love coloring. I still color. I love dancing as a child. I still dance. I want to join some dance classes. And like how all these bitches be on the pole and with their heels in them little classes. I want to go to a heel class too. I ain't made it there yet. So till then, I just dance in my room or I dance at parties and shit. I journal. I got hella journals. I need to buy another one because I done filled all my journals up. But I have journals. I watch cartoons. There's nothing wrong with you being an adult and watching cartoons every once in a while just to take your mind off the bullshit. You feel me? Like I said, we only get this thing called life one time, man. So live it up. Do what makes you happy. Do what gives you that spark, what puts that childlike wonder and pleasure back into your life. You feel me? I hope this video helped y'all. It helped me. But from here on out, we're going to see where this journey takes me. I was trying to talk about things of the past, but I'm like, we don't need to talk about the past. We're going to talk about how I'm doing now, presently. That's another thing. We need to remain present. A lot of us get trapped in the what ifs of the future and the shoulda, coulda, wouldas of the past, when you need to be thankful and focusing on the present. What is going on with you in this present moment? What is happening to you presently? And presently, I'm in a good space. I've worked hard to get to this point, so I'm happy where I'm at presently. So this has been another segment, another episode, another moment with Honeybee Z and Shut the Fuck Up and Meditate. I hope this video has helped you and given you some insight. But I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Stay present, stay beautiful, stay grounded, stay blessed. You're God's child. No need to stress.